Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Segovia with YourStory.world, and this morning I am joined by an athlete, an alumni, Myren Moore. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right, man. It's pretty early, but
I know.
here.
Thank you for coming. I know you probably didn't want to come, but you're here.
I looked at my phone and it was like 8:15. And I was like, Jeffrey, I knew 8:30.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna make it. And I was like, no, I gotta go. So I showed up, man. I kept my word.
Well, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, how are you doing these days, man? We see that you're involved, and we see you around the football field. How'd you get involved with that?
Well, I played here
Yeah.
when I went here for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I played running back. And this past year, our running back coach, who coached me, he actually left and pursued something else, coaching, but at a different level. And I wanted to be involved, and I talked to Schillinger and Coach Stanton and asked them if I could be a part of the program, and they said yeah. So I was able to take that running back coaching position, and that's how I got involved with that.
And especially since you have so much experience with it.
Yes, I've played running back pretty much my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And how would you say, I think we're all curious. Well, for me, I don't know much about football. So I depend on people like you to break it down for me, maybe dumb it down. How's our football team looking this year? We've seen a few wins already, right, to start off the year.
We are 5-1. If I'm not mistaken, we are 5-1.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
And we lost one game. We're 3 and are we 3-1 in conference? Or no, we're 3-0 in conference.
Mm-hmm.
So we won. Hold on. See, I missed last week, so it throws me off.
Yeah.
I missed last week. We're 5-1.
Okay.
So we lost one non-conference game
Mm-hmm.
to Rocky Mountain, but we've been on a roll. So we're undefeated in conference right now.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we've had a good record like this since 2010. Yeah. I was just graduating high school in 2010, so it's been a while. So to be a part of that and to see that, it's awesome.
And we also know there was quite a bit of a scare because our star quarterback, Kaler.
Yes, Kaler Ray.
Yeah, he was out for a little bit, and he was walking around with a sling.
Yeah, he got injured. I want to say during 2 days, or during a scrimmage, and he's a leader. On the field, he's a big part of our football team. So to not have him, the first game of the season and not know when he's gonna come back, that was pretty scary. But we had guys, step it up.
Yeah, you guys have some backup quarterbacks, or was it you guys just found within the team?
Well, we had a backup quarterback, and then we had a guy that came here originally to play quarterback, but he was also good on the other side of the football, which is defense. So we used him mostly for that. But when Kaler got hurt, we kind of brought him back to where he originally played, and he performed well. But Kaler, because Kaler was able, he's such a good leader, he was able to coach the quarterbacks up, and just him being on the field as far as telling guys where to go and just helping guys out made a big difference. A lot of people don't see that. He didn't play for the first couple of games, but him just being out there made a huge difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this previous weekend that I went to, I made it half. Well,
you actually went to a game?
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually went, and I was there for halftime, and we had such a big crowd.
Yes.
I'm not used to that.
Yes.
In the previous years, we didn't have such a big crowd.
Well, another thing is it was homecoming.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was homecoming. But the turnouts for the games this year has been great. The support from the fans, especially the basketball teams, the baseball teams, softball teams, all the cross country track, all the teams on campus. The support has been, volleyball team has just been amazing.
Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Wrestling team too. I can't forget the wrestling team because those
bro,
guys are. They're all in for what we're doing as far as sporting events.
Oh, yeah, and they're always the ones going
body
up and
painting,
screaming.
crazy chants, everything. So
wow. And so from here, we're 5-1. How many more games are there left in the season? For us in cross country, we have nationals meets. How is it? Can you explain that to me?
We have 4 more games in the regular season.
Okay.
We play Jamestown this weekend. We have Dakota State next weekend. Then we have a bye. We have Mayville, and then we have another game. And that game's going to be for the conference championship. And then from that point, there's playoffs.
Okay.
So you have your 4 regular games that you're guaranteed, and then the playoff game, you have that. You have to earn that. And right now,
so you have to win conference to get to that playoff game,
pretty
right?
much, yeah. And you have to have a good year, you know.
Okay.
So we're ranked 25th in the nation right now, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I missed last week, so it kind of, you know, it's threw me off. But you have your playoff game, you know, first round of playoffs, and if you win that, then you keep going, you know. Okay. But if you lose, you're done. Yeah. So.
Single elimination. Then.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So I believe there's 4 rounds of playoff. At least that's how it was when I played high school football. You had four rounds of playoff, and the last round is championship game.
As a coach and a former player, what is your predictions?
Oh, I'm always rooting for us. You know what I mean? Always. I'll never ever doubt anything that I'm a part of.
But you think we have a good chance of making it as far as?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Well, who else? Is there anybody else in the team who has stood out this semester? Every semester there's someone that stands out. You know
see, for me, you know, I'm a coach, but I'm also a fan of what guys, and I've said this a lot this year, but a fan of what guys do. And I got to play with a lot of guys last year that are still around. So I'm kind of like, you know, big on certain guys, and, you know, Rob Sterling, I'm big on Rob Sterling. I'm big on Kayla Ray. I got to play with him, and, you know, our relationship is more personal because he's just always been a great leader. You know, when we played together, and now watching him as a coach. Trey Boone, who's a running back. He's from California, and I'm his coach, and he's done an excellent job as far as running the ball this year. I think he rushed for 340 yards in one game. Wow. He broke a record that was set in 1982, and he scored 4 touchdowns. So he's having a good year. Then Jake Hardy, who I got to play with for the past 3 years that I've been here. He's just a really hard-nosed runner, and he's a special kid because he works hard. Josh Perry Cruz, who's a receiver, but he's also our kicker.
He's always practicing his kicking.
He's a kicker, and he's a really good football player. And the thing with Josh is he reminds me, attitude-wise, of how I used to be. And I see that, and I connect with that. And, you know, I'm rooting for him because I want him to succeed. And he's been cheated out of a couple of touchdowns this year by referees. So hopefully he gets one on Saturday, you know. And these guys that I'm naming, these are guys that, you know, before a game I'll go up and I'll talk to him. And I say, hey, you know, make sure you know why you're playing this game today. You know, this game's important for this reason. Or you make sure that you go out and you set the tone because we're counting on you. You know, and just that special connection that I have with those guys. So it's... And, you know, guys stand out, you know, different guys stand out every week. You know, every week is different. You know, especially for us this year, if you look back at our season, we played Montana Northern the first game. It was a night game. It was here. And the weather was horrible. And, you know, you had Kayler get hurt. And, you know, we had a guy, offensive lineman, Lane Malay, his appendix, he had to get surgery on that a couple of days before, you know, his first game as a senior, his last first game as a senior. So things aren't looking, you know, ideal. Adversity is hitting us, and we rise above. You know what I mean?
Well, one thing that surprises me is that some of these football players are very tough. I've seen some guys walking around like in a cast, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll be out in a couple of days." And I'm like, "What?"
It's, you know, you got a lot of guys counting on you. You know what I mean? To go through what you go through during 2 days, and you know, in the weight room, spring ball, you build those relationships, and you know guys are counting on you, so you have to do whatever it takes to show up on Saturdays, and that's what a lot of these guys do.
Well, that's good. That's good. And as far as the games coming up, do we have any more home games that we could look forward to, or you guys are all going away now?
We have one more home game, if I'm not mistaken, and it's against Mayville.
Against Mayville?
Yeah, it'll be senior game.
Oh, like the senior night?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, for everybody watching, remember that there will be one more home game to attend to.
Yes, and that's the last game in October, I believe. Halloween.
Halloween?
Halloween, yeah.
And I'll be there to take pictures.
You've been promising me
know.
that you're gonna come because I want a good picture. This is my first year coaching. I want a good, solid picture of me coaching, so I can post it on my Instagram and my Facebook and show my family. And I haven't gotten one yet. You know,
you will get the picture.
So
bro.
I mean,
do you get to wear like the fancy headsets on the game and stuff?
No, but sometimes I put it on.
Yeah.
When it's like the game's over, just to hopefully somebody take a picture, and no one ever does.
Hey, but those are like walkie-talkies?
Something like that, yeah. Headsets, and you can communicate with the coaches upstairs and next to you and stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, everybody that is watching and listening, thank you, Myren, for coming by early in the morning.
I just watched you rock back and forth in your
I know.
chair.
I'm trying not to rock, bro. Bro, don't point me out in front of everybody. Anyways, thanks for coming by, and good luck to the football team. You're going this weekend to Jamestown, right?
Yes, and that's a big rivalry game right there. We beat them once already this year in a non-conference game, and tomorrow's a conference game. So it's very important that we get this one.
Yeah.
That we get this win so we can stay. You know, right now we're running the table, and what that means is we're in front.
Yeah.
So everybody else is behind us. So we want to keep it that way.
And with that means there's a big target on you guys.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: there's always a big target on Dickinson State.
Yeah.
You know, whether we're struggling to pick up wins or whether we're doing really good. It's just that's how it is. That's how it's been. You know when you play Dickinson State, you're gonna be in a dogfight. So that's what's good about being a part of this program.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, Myren, thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
And good luck with everything.
All right. Thanks.